We are about to get Bloomburrow, full of cuddly creatures, crazy combos, and some mechanics that, well, I'm skeptical. I think they're a bit complicated, but that's kind of been Magic's MO recently. And while I think the set is going to be wildly successful on release, heck, regular fans like you and I are going to have tons to dive into. The set's going to go crazy wide for a standard Magic the Gathering release. I do get a bit skeptical when we talk about the long-term performance of Bloomburrow, its value, and the cards in the box. And I want to dig into that a bit today. I want to talk about the price right now on release, where I think it's going to be at, what it's going to be long-term, and all of the fun reasons why. So this one's going to get a bit tinfoil heady and skeptical, but I'm going to use some examples from recent Magic sets that we've seen and some hard data. As you know, that's what I like to do here. So buckle up, we're in for a treat. Let's go. I feel like any conversation or video about a Magic the Gathering box and the price that people like you and I are going to pay for it should come with a warning label. Warning, we are going to talk about the value of Magic products in this video, and for some people that becomes very upsetting. And if you want to get in my comment section and say, don't give Wizards of the Coast your money, I proxy everything, you are more than welcome to do so. But Magic the Gathering products, whether we like it or not, no matter what side of the fence you find yourself on, have value, and I like the fact that my products have value because when I spend my hard-earned money on something, I like to know I'm getting something that retains a bit of value. When it comes to standard Magic the Gathering releases, that hasn't always been the case, especially as of recent, within the last, let's call it 3 years, especially looking at that 3-year ago time frame. Many standard Magic the Gathering sets came out, many standard Magic the Gathering sets came out, and the value just wasn't there. What you paid on release or to get the product in your hand in the first day, week, or even month of the product life cycle was not what you paid in the future. The price is not always the price, as the saying goes. And with newer Magic sets kind of at the end of this 3-year run, we have seen a turn of events when it comes to the stability and price of these products. Yes, we still see some rises and falls in certain things, and there are still products that go to the moon. I am staring directly at you, Ixalan. What is going on? Why are you doing what you're doing? But most Magic sets are more calm than that. We have gotten back to the life cycle of a Magic set comes out, and maybe it'll slowly go up over time because, well, we like the product. But Bloomburrow is in a crazy hype cycle. Listen, this Magic the Gathering set is hitting all of us in the feels, and while right now the prices on the secondary market, looking mostly at things like eBay and TCG Player, are fairly stable, in my opinion, and talking about kind of the near term or the immediate price, I believe they are still a bit inflated. When you look specifically at the collector box at around the $238 to $240 range before shipping, taxes, and all that fun stuff, you do see what I consider to be kind of a logjam. A lot of retailers with a lot of boxes looking to sell at that price. And right now during pre-sale season, it's often the case that these retailers will sit pat and just hold onto their boxes, sell 1, 2, or 3 a day, depending on where they find themselves in that price list, and move on. But as time passes and as we get more and more into the life cycle of the next Magic the Gathering product, stores and retailers have to free up cash, we find that people value the fact that those boxes are not on their shelves more than they value the boxes themselves, and we see that price start to drop. When we see a log jam like this with something like the collector box, I almost expect to see that price kind of trickle down over time with no singular event causing a drastic disruption in price and the market crashing and boxes being free. I don't see that with Bloomburrow. We don't have a situation where we're going to see an Amazon dump next week. To Wizards of the Coast credit, they have turned away from that model, and I think it's extremely healthy. Having stability of the price of our products is something valuable for our community, because now, again, we feel better about spending the money that we spend. This is not a comment on all Magic boxes should be expensive. It's a problem, or it's a comment on when a box comes out at a given price, it should maintain that given price as long as possible. But that's just the collector box. More often than not, we see the most popular product for all of these releases being the Play Booster Box. And heck, I am very high on the Play Booster Box. On the other scene that I haven't used the other scene as much. It costs got to move some cameras, you got to change some sound equipment. But I have on my shelves, and maybe I'll post a picture somewhere on the YouTube channel. Make sure you're subscribed to see that in the community tab. I have tons of play and draft booster boxes, and I love these products because I am big on the versatility. The fact that I have a Magic the Gathering product that I can hang out with my friends, crack for fun, do flip it and rip it or whatever people might want to do at a time, or play sealed or draft and use in so many different ways is a great proposition as far as I'm concerned. I love a product that, yes, if it goes up in value and one day I get out of this hobby, I can sell it for hopefully what I paid for it, and if not, I can use it to get together with my friends and play Magic the Gathering. I love the versatility of that product, and the Play Booster Box for Bloomburrow is no exception. I do see the Play Booster Box for Bloomburrow coming down a bit in price, and let me hit you with this theory, and it's kind of I'm going to warn you, it's a pro-Wizards of the Coast theory, so get your angry comments ready. Wizards of the Coast seems to have understood what I believe is the best business model for standard and even other Magic the Gathering releases. Cards that are required for fans like us to sit down and play Magic should be available. There is no reason to short print those products. There's no reason to make us feel like we have to chase them down or pay exorbitant fees to get them in our hands. These products should be on shelves for whatever the standard price of a Magic the Gathering box is, and for Bloomburrow, we're seeing that with the Play Booster. But over time, with a successful set, I do believe that people are going to order a bunch of it. They're going to keep digging back into that well, so stores will have them readily in stock, and with no incentive to short print the product, there will be plenty on the market. Well, this generally leads, in most cases, with the Play Booster Box to a dip in price. Now, there are some exceptions. When the Play Booster Box can provide some incredibly wild, powerful, and valuable cards, we do see maybe that box price maintains, maybe stores are comfortable and retailers are comfortable holding on to them rather than selling them on the secondary market. But I've said recently, I'll say again, without serialized cards, and that doesn't mean just Bloomburrow not having serialized cards does not mean it's not good. It just doesn't have kind of that chase crack thing, and they would be in Play Boosters anyway. And also, not having something like the, our Ixalan set had, where there was a reason to crack and chase these because of the different cards you can find inside holding crazy values, I think we'll see a small dip. Now, I do think the cards in Bloomburrow are going to be valuable. Like, there's a ton of really sweet tech in the set and a ton of really good value, but we don't have something like a massive reprint that's hitting our community or a powerful land cycle that we're going to keep digging back into the well, although just the land cycle is not enough. Look at Karlov Manor. That land cycle is going to be a banger for years to come, and we're not going back to that well. So for that reason, I do believe Bloomburrow play boxes are going to dip a bit. I'm actually waiting to buy Bloomburrow play boxes. I did a whole video about why I'm not buying Bloomburrow, why I'm not pre-ordering yet. I'll link that here if I remember, around like that 8-minute mark. We'll see if I remember that in the post cut and post edit and all that fun stuff. But these are the prices on release. Our commander decks are going to be relatively stable, but the long term is what I'm most interested in. And when it comes to standard Magic the Gathering releases, we've seen that train take all sort of tracks, all sort of different paths, if you will, when you consider the long-term value of a Magic the Gathering set. Now, Bloomburrow, I think, has something going for it that many sets do not. I think we are looking at a scenario where we have a Phyrexia all will be one product, a Phyrexia set that comes out and nothing on paper says, oh my god, this is jumping off. The value in this is insane. There's no massive, iconic, single run of cards in that set that makes it go back to the well, but it's a popular Magic theme and just an all-around good Magic the Gathering set. For that reason, not only did Phyrexia All Be One hold a great value, but it's gone up in value over time, like, in my opinion, a good Magic the Gathering set could, or should. That's what I believe we're going to see with Bloomburrow. I think there's going to be a lot of that Phyrexia All Be One beloved Magic the Gathering set energy, and because of that, I am high on the long-term value of the product. Now, I don't think we're going to see something like a Lord of the Rings, a Fallout, a crazy, even Ixalan, where the collector boxes all of a sudden just explode and skyrocket, and these things are $300, $400, and $500. But I do see them over the course of the next year or two creeping up. If you are someone who wants to I mean, I don't want to say collect sealed product, but like have some of these around, have them in your possession, whether they're to crack, whether they're to put on shelves and build crazy YouTube backgrounds or whatever you might want them for. You could tell me a story where, like we said, they'll come down a little bit in price post-release because of that log jam, and then they're just going to kind of trickle up over time. That's my expectation with that. The Play Booster Box, on the other hand, I think is a wonderful opportunity to see some pretty decent growth. If the set is beloved, people love playing the set, and there's good reason to go back to the well and have that versatile product for cracking, for playing, whatever it might be, Play Booster Boxes could be really, really cool to have in your collection, to go back to the well, to revisit this time in Magic the Gathering's history, and I think there'll be some decent value associated with that. Not in the short term, again, in the long term. That's just my opinion, but what do you think? I want to know in the comment section below, do you think Magic the Gathering products, and Bloomburrow specifically, are going to kind of follow this trend that we've discussed, or is there really just no chance? Do you think everything's going to zero and Wizards of the Coast is evil? Because I know I get a million of those comments in the comment section. So thank you all for hanging out. Make sure you do all the fun YouTube stuff. We're raising to 9K subscribers, and everyone who clicks that button helps a small channel like mine. I really appreciate that. Until next time, you guys know me. My name is Josh, and oh yeah, like the video, share the video, all that fun stuff. All right, I'm out. Take it easy, everyone. Goodbye.